Imagine that someone secretly steals just $2 from your wallet, but every single day. You probably wouldn't notice it today or tomorrow, but after 1 year, hundreds of dollars would be gone. Now, here is the scary part. Nobody is stealing your money. You are. Not on purpose. Through tiny purchases you don't even remember. A coffee, a snack, a taxi. And today, I'm going to show you why your brain hides these expenses from you, how to take back control, and why tracking more money for just 30 days can completely change your financial future. Class, raise your hand if this has happened to you. You go shopping, you spend money, and then you don't want to look at your bank account, bank application. You feel afraid. You think, if I don't look at the number, the money is still there. In psychology, we call this the Ostrich Effect. When an ostrich is scared, it puts its head in the sand. It thinks, I can't see the lion, so the lion can't see me. But in the financial world, the lion is your debt, and the sand is your closed bank application. Today, we're gonna learn why our brains hate tracking our spending, and how we can make it simple, make it possible daily habit. Why is tracking so difficult? There are three main reasons. One of them is the pain of paying. When you pay with cash, you feel a little pain because the money leaves your hand. But when you use a card or your phone, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or anything else, your brain doesn't feel this pain. It feels like a magic card. Tracking makes you feel that pain again, and your brain wants to avoid it. The second reason is the small things trap. We remember big expenses like rent or new TV, but we delete small expenses from our memory. A $2 coffee, a $3 snack, a $5 taxi. We think it is just $2, it doesn't matter. But as we learned in the lesson 1, these ladder factors, we called them ladder factors. These ladder factors are so silent killers of your wealth. And the third reason is fear of reality. Tracking is like a mirror. It shows you the truth. And sometimes the truth is that we spent $200 on clothes when we only planned $50. We ignore the tracking because we don't want to feel guilty. But how to make easy? It is possible. If tracking is hard, we must make it automated and simple. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be consistent. Here are 3 tips to make it easy. The immediate rule. The first one is the immediate rule. Don't wait until the end of the week. You will forget 50% of your expenses. Track it immediately after you pay. It takes only 5 seconds on your phone. The second tip is use one tool. Don't use 5 different cards and cash. Use one card for everything if possible. This way, your bank application does 90% of the work for you. And the second tip is the weekly audit. Every Sunday, sit down for 10 minutes with a cup of tea, look at your list. Don't be angry at yourself. Just say, okay, this is where my money went. How can I do better next week? Let's have a little class discussion. It is called a memory test. Let's do a quick test. Who can tell me exactly how much they spent on food, I mean groceries, restaurants, in the last 7 days? Write in the comments, please. Most of you are guessing. You say maybe $50. But the reality is usually $70 or $80. Those invisible $20 are the reason you are not reaching your freedom number fast enough. Tracking turns those invisible dollars into visible soldiers that you can control. Let's look at the key vocabulary for the board. To track, it is to record the progress or development of something over time. Ostrich Effect, avoiding a negative situation by pretending it doesn't exist. Pain of paying, the negative feeling we get when we spend money. Consistent, it is doing something in the same way over time to be successful. To guess, it is to give an answer without being certain. And immediate, it is happening right away without delay. Class, we know why we track, and we know how to divide our money. Now we need a right tool. Imagine you are a builder. You can have best plan for a house, but if you don't have a hammer or saw, you cannot build it. In the financial world, we have 2 types of weapons. High-tech weapons, I mean digital ones, and low-tech weapons, I mean analog ones. There is no best tool. The best tool is one that you actually use every day. Let's look at the options so you can choose your favorite weapon today. Firstly, we will talk about these ones, high-tech, the digital manager. If you love your smartphone and you want speed, high-tech is for you. There are some budgeting applications. These apps are like a financial coach in your pocket. They connect to your bank, categorize your spending automatically, and show you colorful charts. Or you can use just simple Excel or Google Sheets. This is for the people who love numbers and control. You can build your own system. It is free, it is clean, and you can see your freedom number grew in a table. It has own benefits, of course. It is fast, it is always with you, and it does the math for you. You don't need a calculator, I mean digital tools. And option 2 is low-tech tools, I mean the physical controller. If you feel that digital money is fake and you spend too much with your card, you need low-tech. For example, the notebook method. Some people love the feeling of pen and paper like me. Every evening you write down coffee, $3, bread, $1, and so on. This slow process makes your brain feel the spending. It creates a deep connection with your money. The second version can be the envelope method. This is a classic method. You take physical envelopes and write names on them. Food, fun, transport. You put cash inside, and when the fun envelope is empty, you stop having fun for that month. It is impossible to overspend because when the cash is gone, it is gone. The benefit of these kind of controllers, it is very disciplined. It stops the magic card feeling. It is perfect for people who are struggling with debt. But what about my advice? Use a combo. Use a simple app on your phone to track daily expenses, high-tech, but once a month, write your big goals in a beautiful notebook, low-tech. Technology makes tracking easy, but paper makes your goals real. And I want everyone to take out their phones right now. Please take your phones. Go to the App Store or Play Store, I don't know, and search for Budget Tracker. Budget Tracker. Please search. Look at the icons. Choose one that looks simple. You don't need a professional one today. You just need a place to write your first number. Please do it right now. And now let's start a little discussion. Which would you prefer, phone or paper? Let's take a vote. Raise your hand if you prefer apps and Excel. If you are digital people. Raise, please. I can see all. And raise your hand if you prefer notebooks and cash. Paper people. I can see you either. Raise your hands, please. It doesn't matter which one you choose. The only thing that matters is, will you do it tonight? Please do it tonight. A simple notebook is better than a $100 app that you never open. And now we will have a look at the key vocabulary for this boat. A weapon. It is a tool used to fight. Analog. It is not digital, using physical objects. Automatic. Working by itself without human control. Envelope. As you know, it's a flat paper container for letters or money. Overspend. I'm afraid of overspending. It is to spend more money than you planned. Categorize. It is to put things into groups. Food, rent, transport, entertainment, and etc. And overwhelmed. It is feeling like something is too much or too difficult. The financial X-ray. A wonderful and very interesting concept. Class, we have the map, budget, and we have the tools. I mean apps, notebooks, Excel, and so on. Now it is time for the 30-day challenge. Most people say, I know where my money goes, but they are usually wrong. They only see the big things, big numbers. Today we start a financial X-ray. For the next 30 days, we're gonna look at your life one resit at a time. We are not going to change your life yet, but we are just going to see it clearly. This is called a life audit. In professional business, an audit is when an expert checks everything to find mistakes. In this challenge, you are the expert, and your bank account is your business. Part A. The rules of the challenge. The rules are very simple, but they require discipline. For the next 30 days, you must follow the triple S rule. Triple S. Save every receipt. Specific categories. Sunday review. SSS. Save every receipt. Whether it is a 50 pence piece of gum or a $500 TV, you must have a record. If the shop doesn't give a receipt, write it down in your phone immediately. Specific categories. Don't just write shopping. Was it food? I mean need. Or new watch? I mean want. Write exactly. Be a detective. And the second S, Sunday review. Every Sunday you sit down for 10 minutes, you look at your receipt, and you put them into our 50-30-20 categories. At the end of 30 days, you will have a perfect picture of your financial health. You will see exactly how many freedom soldiers you lost to small or useless things. Part B. It is about one receipt philosophy. Why one receipt at a time? Because wealth is built and lost in small moments. When you hold a receipt in your hand, it is a piece of paper that shows a choice. I chose this coffee instead of my future house. I chose this bus instead of a taxi to save money for my investment. During this 30-day challenge, every time you take a receipt, look at it and ask, was it a good choice for the future me? You don't have to stop spending. Just watch. The magic is that when you start watching your money starts staying with you. It is a psychological law. What you measure grows. Let's have an interesting class activity. It is called the last 24 hours audit. Let's start the challenge right now. Take your notebook. Try to remember every single cent you spent in the last 24 hours. Did you buy water? Did you pay for parking? Did you buy a snack? Write them down. Now look at your list. Most people forget at least one small thing. That one small thing is exactly why we need the 30-day challenge. We want to find the invisible leaks in your bucket. Let's have a look at our last key vocabulary for this boat. Audit, it is a detailed examination of your records. Receipt, it is a piece of paper that proves you paid for something. To record, it is to write down information so that you can look at it. Triple S rule, safe, specific, Sunday, SSS. A mnemonic to remember the task. Detective, someone who looks for clues to solve a mystery. Measure, it is to discover the exact size of amount of something. And a leak, it is a hole where liquid, I mean your money, escapes. Let's conclude, guys. The 30-day challenge is the difference between a dreamer and a winner. A dreamer says, I want to be rich. A winner says, I spent $42 on coffee this week. I'm going to change it. Are you ready to be a financial detective for 30 days? I am waiting for yes. And I'm hearing your yes. Great. Next, we're gonna learn how to cut the fat, how to reduce those expenses without losing the joy of life. And before we finish, I want you to remember one simple idea. You cannot change what you refuse to measure. For the next 30 days, don't try to be perfect. Don't try to save thousands of dollars overnight. Just become aware. Awareness is everything. Track every expense. Keep every receipt. Write down every purchase. Because every great financial success begins with one small habit. One day, you'll look back at these 30 days and realize that this was the moment your financial life started to change. If today's lesson helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next lesson. We are building a complete roadmap to financial freedom, step by step, one lesson at a time. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of your money because every dollar has a job and every smart decision brings you one step closer to financial freedom. I'll see you in the next lesson.